How's it going, everybody? I'm here today with Greg Vargas from the Nintendo Enthusiast website, who recently reviewed Team Sonic Racing over on our sister site, PC Invasions. Say hello, Greg.
Hey, what's going on?
Well, today I wanted to just talk about this game a little bit. You know, we haven't really done a traditional review over here on the channel, but I've been playing it a lot, and I think it's good. Like, I'm having a lot of fun. And you said you were as well, so I was like, well, man, we got to talk about this.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I think that it seems a little more basic in comparison to Transformed, which is pretty obvious. I mean, it got rid of the flying elements and then the water stuff. But overall, I'd still say it has a lot of stuff to it, like with that whole like team aspect. I think that's really interesting. I really like the slingshotting stuff.
Yeah, I did too. That's kind of a cool way to alleviate that, you know, especially in Mario Kart when you get stuck in last place and you're getting constantly pummeled by items and objects, and then you get spun out. I think it was a kind of a different way to bring you back into the race without it being forced, or you picking up multiple stars or picking up multiple items just to get ahead, when, you know, you could work as a team to make that possible.
Yeah, it's really cool because like the person in first can still help the teammate that's in last by giving him items and leaving a trail for boosting.
Right.
And I think that's really interesting. I've never quite played a racing game like that before.
And I really didn't see it very, you know, usually when you're in last place, you get a lot of the heavier items in order to propel you into at least, you know, one of the top 5 spots.
There's not a very big difference between.
Yeah, I felt it was evenly balanced in that sense.
Yeah, like I feel like if you're in last and if you're in like third, you'll get like the same items.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty fair.
I think that they do that so that you pass your items on to your friends who are like behind you and whatnot.
Yeah,
to make it feel more like a team.
And you can see, like, if you play in the regular story mode of the game and you don't do that, it actually works against you, and you can kind of feel that. And I did that a couple times where I was playing during the story mode, and I kind of laid off and just like, okay, I gotta win. I gotta, you know, progress the game. I want to get through the story of the storyline of the game and keep moving on. But I realized that I couldn't really do that unless I was, you know, sharing items and working with my other 2 people on the team to make that happen. And then obviously, you know, as soon as the match ended, I was like, oh, we ended up in first, second, and third place because I did that.
Yeah, that's exactly how I was at first. Like in the beginning, I was only focusing on me getting first, and that's not the way to play.
Right.
Like in the harder levels, you want to use all your items for your teammates if they need them. You want to like hand them to them and try to be as still as possible when it comes to leaving your boosting like trail behind you so that they can follow it. And I think it's a lot of fun. But at the same time, it is a little bit odd that they got rid of a lot of features from Transformed. And I think that is where a lot of people are upset with the game, because there's no like characters from the Sega universe anymore. Like, we're only getting strictly Sonic characters. And then, of course, there's like the boating and then the flying and all that stuff being taken away. So they're adding a lot of cool stuff with the team stuff, but they're taking away a lot of stuff as well.
I think that was done to maybe branch off the 2 franchises. Maybe they want to focus or have the focus on a Team Sonic racing game that's only Sonic characters. You know, I didn't miss that at the same time.
You didn't really mind?
To a certain degree. I mean, I liked it that there were more Sonic characters, Silver in there, and Vector, and, you know, the whole mix of characters, and Eggman, and I mean the roster's pretty big if you think about it, and I'm surprised that there are that many Sonic characters to have into the mix.
But either way, it's nice seeing all those familiar faces, but at the same time, there was something really cool about getting like Wreck-It Ralph in the other one. Like,
yeah, I will agree with that.
I'm playing it on Switch, and you played it mostly on PC, and we both agree that it's a gorgeous game.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, I'm probably playing at a much lower resolution and frame rate, but they still got a great-looking game running great on Switch, which is awesome. I was pretty impressed with how it looks, definitely. And I haven't had any issues with it running it either. The load times can be a little bit long. I'm wondering how long they are on other platforms. I'm not really having any issues with that whatsoever. And I think it's a really pretty game. Like, I don't know if I put it up there with Mario Kart 8, because there's certain things about like Nintendo first-party titles where they really like attention to detail is on like 100% all the time. So I don't know if it's at that level, but as a kart racer on Switch, this is definitely up there as like one of the best.
The level design was so unique in some aspects. You know, it wasn't just, you know, you're in a racetrack on this crazy island. There was density to the levels. There was, you know, crowds, robots, Sonic and Shadow balloons. There was, you know, giant octopus, mechanized robot in the water, and there was, you know, there was so much more going on than the only area I could think about was that I forget what that one market that you like go around the town in Mario Kart, then you come through the like market of the city, and then you go sideways. It's like one of the first races, but just thinking about that and how sparse it was with just buildings and stuff. It's I don't know. It's in a different way. It's
more impressive.
More impressive in terms of level design. But the one thing I did see though, I feel like they did borrow quite a few themes. Like there's that one castle level where you have the knights that are dropping those big axes, and I was like, this is just like the Bowser level where they're smashing down as you get to the finish line. And I was like, wait a minute.
I mean, you have to borrow ideas when it's coming from something so similar.
Yeah, I guess as a kart racer, I mean, there's only many.
Yeah, there's only so much like things you can do. And one last thing I noticed was that some of the levels in the game, it might only be one, I think, but there's probably more. I don't even know if I've played all the levels yet, but they're from Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. That one with the octopus legs or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because I booted the game up, and that level started playing, and then Gavin, my son, he loved the other one. So he saw that level, and he's like, oh, crap, this is my jam. And he just, like, raced through it. He raced through it like it was no problem. And I was like, oh, yeah, he likes this level. But one thing he hates, this is so random, he hates that when you fly off the ledge, you don't splash into the water. The screen just goes white, and you immediately reset.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, I get that because it puts you right back into the race much quicker.
Yeah.
Than, you know,
that's one thing I noticed.
Over on a fishing pole and drop back on the track, you know?
That's one thing I noticed, though, is like when you get hit by an item or if you fall off the track, you're immediately back in the race, like quicker than I've ever seen.
But kind of piggybacking on that, the one thing I did like above everything else is that, you know, the unlockable items that you get for characters in the mod pods and the currency, the tokens you earn after every race and things like that. I thought it was very forgiving, and it just, you know, kept me wanting to go back and unlock new things and, you know, deck out my cars. And Chow has like and same thing with Tails, like a golden, like chromed out vehicle and like all these gold plated vehicle. And I was like, hell yeah, that's what I want to see, you know, and like different horns and stuff. It was just like so much added to it that, you know, outside of just a story mode racing or online mode.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely has a lot of like unique, fun things about it that it's going to keep me playing probably. Like we're about to fly to E3, and I'm definitely going to be playing that on the flight. So I'm really excited.
And what's the price point on it?
I believe it's $40. Yeah, $39.99.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's great. Like I like this experimenting with the price stuff that some publishers are doing. I think it probably pays off because this is definitely the type of game where I would not pay $60, but I would gladly pay $40.
Right.
So yeah, that's all I really have to say about it. What about you?
No, I mean, I think we're in agreement in a lot of things. I liked, you know, what the team did to bring in callbacks from the previous games. I liked the level design. I thought they were done beautifully. I thought there were, you know, a lot of variation in enemy attacks, the challenge levels in the story mode outside of, you know, the online mode and the traditional single racer modes. It's just a lot of value and replayability for such a simple kart racer.
Yeah, and at a nice price.
Yeah, and the team mechanic, I think, that was so smartly done, and it actually works out to the benefit of the game. So
yeah, I'm actually excited to play it with friends. I haven't gotten to do that yet.
I wish I had friends. So
yeah, well, thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you made it this far, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're interested, and maybe even that notifications bell if you're feeling generous. This is Brett and Greg. We'll talk to you guys later.
See ya.